Another night, another World Cup memory. Welcome back to the Armchair Galacticos podcast. Tonight's episode, Mexico versus Ecuador. There is a term in Mexican football that carries a weight unlike almost any other phrase in the sport. El quinto partido, the fifth match. In Mexico's case, a 40-year euphemism for a particular recurring kind of pain. They failed to get to the fifth match, the round of 16 since the expanded format or the quarter-final round of their era. Since 1986, invariably, they go home in the first knockout game. 8 times. Tonight at the Estadio Azteca, before a crowd that had been waiting for this moment for 4 decades, Mexico broke through it. Before we get to the football, a note on the conditions. A lightning delay pushed kickoff back before the teams eventually took the field. When they did emerge, under a sky that had finally cleared enough to proceed, the Azteca was ready. You have to imagine 87,000 people who have been sitting on tension and hope for longer than the players on the pitch have been alive, finally getting to release it. That is what the atmosphere was. Javier Aguirre set his side up to press high and win the ball back early. It worked. Mexico were quicker, sharper, and more aggressive from the first whistle. In the 22nd minute, Julián Quiñones opened the scoring. He exchanged a quick 1-2 with Raúl Jiménez, the kind of interplay that looks simple when it works and complicated when it doesn't, and finished with conviction, 1-0. Then, in the 31st minute, the exact same move in reverse. Jiménez and Quiñones, the pass and the return, and this time Jiménez converting. 2-0 Mexico before the half-hour mark. The Azteca was essentially vibrating by this point. Ecuador, to their enormous credit, did not crumble. Enter Valencia, their veteran, their talisman, still trying to find a way, pushed into dangerous areas. Moises Caicedo, one of the better midfielders at this tournament, tried to exert control, but the altitude, Mexico City sits above 7,000 feet, was doing exactly what Aguirre would have planned for, grinding Ecuador's movement down as the second half wore on. Raúl Rangel, in goal for Mexico, made the saves he needed to make. The Mexican backline held its shape, and as the clock ticked toward 90, it became clear that this was going to happen. It was really going to happen. In stoppage time, Piero Hincapié had a mad moment he will regret for a while. A flashpoint with Santiago Jiménez, a forehead push, and here is the detail that turns it from a yellow card into a red. Covering his mouth while making contact is an automatic dismissal under the 2026 World Cup disciplinary protocols. Hincapié was gone. Ecuador finished with 10 men. Final whistle, Mexico 2, Ecuador 0. The scenes that followed, the players, the staff, Aguirre on the sideline, told you everything about what this meant. This was not just a match. This was a burden being lifted. The couch predicted Mexico 2-1 Ecuador, with Jiménez scoring in the 29th, Valencia on a penalty, and Jiménez adding a third, actual. Quiñones at 22, Jiménez at 31, Ecuador never scoring, got the winner, got Mexico's goal tally, got Jiménez finding the net, more or less at the right time, did not call Quiñones, did not call the clean sheet, did call a Valencia penalty that never materialized. I'll give myself 6 out of 10, which for this operation is really a standing ovation. Mexico advanced to face the winner of England versus DR Congo, match 0-8-0, in the round of 16. That fixture will be determined by the bracket, and the round of 16 is where the Armchair Galactico intends to be. That's the Armchair Galacticos read on Mexico versus Ecuador. The couch is signing off, right about some of it, wrong about most of it, same as always.